This is Rose from In Rose's Garden, and today we're going to work on 2 pair of earrings using some of our remaining beads from the SoftFlex Company Design Challenge Kit, Gingerbread. Now one is going to be a smaller pair. This is using some of the little gingerbread men, and one of them is going to be a bigger pair, but they're still going to be really fun, I'm pretty sure. So we're going to work on the smaller ones first since they are simpler. So let's turn down and get started. This is what we're going to work on first, and that's these little gingerbread guys. And we're going to use these ball head pins, and we're just going to wrap up these little gingerbread men. So let's get that done. So just take and do a bend. Same with this second one. And we'll wrap these guys up. Up and over and around. Bring her down, bring her over, straighten her up. Same with this one. Just put her in here. Up and over and around. Bring her down, bring her over, straighten her up into a lollipop shape. Okay, now that we've got that part done, we'll take hold of our tuck it in. And this is bent, so we'll straighten it up. So there's the first guy. So now we'll grab the second and do it. So this one is a little bent as well, but it's just going sideways, so we're just gonna move it over just a little bit. There we go. There, those two are ready. Now what we're gonna do is just open up our eye. Plop these guys on. And then close her back up. Now we'll feed on the other beads. We're going to start with this pink one. One of the bead caps. Yellow. One of the daisy spacers. And this little brown guy. And since our post is going this direction, and we want it to go this direction as well, so we will bend it facing this way. So there we go. Now we'll do the same over here on this side. So we want this to bend to this direction. So get in and bend it. So there's our two bends down. Now it's time to wrap these and put on our posts. So get out our bell making pliers, bring it into the groove, bring her around and down, over. We're going to leave a gap this time because we've got to put our ear wire in here. So we feed this on. It would go backwards, but technically these earrings have no front back because our little man is two-sided. So then we'll hold that. Get our second pair of pliers and wrap this up. Come on, grab the wire. There we go. Cut the excess off. And tuck it in. Why are you not tucking? There we go. And as we're quite crooked, as you can see, we need to straighten this up. So I'm going to there is earring number 1. So now we just need to wrap this guy up and get him on the post. Up and over and around, down, bring it over, leave a gap. So there we go. Put our post on, bring her around. Grab hold where they come together. Oh, come on, you behave. Now I notice that this is, there we go. This is probably going to get in the way, but now we need to wrap this. Trim it. And tuck it. There is earring number 2. Let's see if we need some straightening here. Oh, not too bad here. It's looking pretty good. So there's earring 1 and 2, our first pair, all done. So let's sort of set these to the side while we get out the pieces for earring number 2. So these are going to be quite a bit different. And what we're going to do with these is we're going to take our topaz and our little guy here. This is going to go on top. Let's put these aside here for right now. They're in my way. Now what we're going to do is we're going to put this in here. We have a spacer, a pave. Come on. This, and then the brown at the bottom. Then it's going to hook here onto the ring, and then these two will go up on the top with this spacer between them, around here, and then these go up here, and then it hooks onto our ring here. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to cut the heads off of these two older head pins. And now they're just two pieces of wire. One of these will go over here, one will come over here. The first thing we want to do, now I've already put this ring on here to see if it would fit through here. So we've got two rings, one for the top and one for the bottom of this red crystal. And I tried some smaller rings and they were too small still. They wouldn't close with our crystal. So this is one of the few times I'm going to use a round jump ring. So what we're going to do is we're going to put this on here, put this bottom piece together here, which you can't really see. It's off screen, isn't it? There we go. So we have this little piece here. Now it's going to wrap up like it normally would. Up and around and over and down. Bring her over, bring her around. Straighten her out so she's in the lollipop shape. Then we grab where the wires come together. Flip hands, anyway for me it's flip hands, and then we're going to wrap this guy up right here. Now if you're not into long earrings, this would be a perfect place to stop and just hook your ear wire on, or your, in my case, post, because I'm going to put a post here. Get this tucked in here. Okay, this one is being difficult. It doesn't want to tuck, so we're going to have to work at that a little bit. But we are going to get it to tuck. Okay. Didn't tuck beautifully, but it did tuck. Now we're just simply going to open this ring just enough to put that on the bottom here. There she goes. Close her back up. Okay. Now we've got this hanging like this. Now we're going to bend this And we're going to make a wrapped loop on the bottom before we put those next two beads on. So up and over and around, bring her down and over. Then we're going to grab it and wrap a couple wraps. And tuck her. Now that's looking pretty good still, so then we have the yellow, the spacer, and the little blue. Now this is going to go through like this, but this earring post is like this, so this baby needs to wrap this way now. Unless you were going to jump ring them, which I'm not. So up and over and around, bring her over. Make sure you leave a gap to put your ear wire in, and straighten her to a lollipop shape. Now feed your ear wire in, or your post, through there. Come on, baby, over and around. There she goes. Now we'll hold this. And this is going to get in our way. So we're going to have to try and get it to stay over here. As we wrap up this little bit here. Now we'll cut off the extra and hook it to the red bead. We're going to hook this onto the red bead here with this big jump ring, and this earring will be finished, and we just have to do our second one. So let's open her up, slip this baby onto here, and close it back up. So this earring is now finished. It's a little long, as you can see, but it is a very pretty, colorful earring. So still pair number one, working on pair number two. So now this one will go together just the way the other one here did, with the small brown, this rope spacer, the pave, the larger star-like spacer here, and then the topaz and the bead cap. So down that goes. Now we will just wrap this one up. And up and over and around, bring her down and over, swing her up here, and even her out. And then we grab it here and then go to the other side, get hold of that wire, and wrap this up. Cut the excess off and tuck it in. Come on, baby, tuck. Okay, we've got that tucked. Now I knew that hadn't moved. See how that went sideways? So we're going to put your thumbnail here and just pull it over some. Now we're going to get our one of our jump rings. We'll open it up. Go through our red crystal. And this time, before we close it, we'll just put this lower one on. Then we're going to close this up. So there we go. There's this one. Now we will do this again, this one up at the top, up and over and around, bring her down, bring her over. This is the bottom where we're going to hook through the ring, so we don't have to worry about it being open for any reason. So then we'll get this guy and wrap it up, and we let that slide down. We don't want that to do that, so we push it up again. And now we'll tuck it in. Now let's see how straight we are. I think we're pretty good. So now we feed on the remainder of our beads. And then we're going to go this direction so we can go into our post. Up and over and around, drop it down, bring her over, leave a gap because now we've got to put our post onto this side. So we want a gap there so it will slide up and through. So it wasn't quite at the place where the hole was at. There we go. Now we're through. So now we're going to hold on right here where they come together. And then we'll wrap it up. Okay, so as soon as we get this piece wrapped right here. Oh, come on, you. Now see, I have to pay attention here because that extra wide, that post is hanging down there. It's getting in the way of our wrap. So we have to be careful of our wrap here. Come on, get out of the way. So now we'll cut off our extra wire here and tuck it in. Okay, but that pretty good, didn't I? Okay, so we have to straighten this. And then it's pretty straight to the bottom. So now our last step is to take and open up this other ring. Put it through the crystal. And then hook onto our piece here. Close her up. Make sure she's pretty well closed. That looks good. And our earring is done. So there is earrings number 1 and earrings number 2. See how much shorter earring number 1 is? But there we go. These are okay. There is earring number 1, our little guy with our gingerbread man. I'm not sure why he's wanting to turn sideways there, but there they go. And then there's earring number 2, which is quite a bit longer, as you can see. They are about as long as my snowflake ones. But there you are. This pair is very colorful and very swingy. So anyway, those 2 pair of earrings were made using our SoftFlex Design Challenge Kit, Gingerbread. I think they turned out the ones are very cute, the other ones are very pretty. I hope you enjoyed making them with me. This has been Rose from In Rose's Garden, and we'll see you later. Bye-bye.